Hey everybody, it's Mike again. We're going to continue our video series on installing Ubuntu 9.10 Karmic Koala on your computer. If you watched my first video, you should have already burned a Ubuntu 9.10 disk, and you're going to be ready to start the next process, which is actually installing it on the computer. Power up the computer and put the disk in the drive and close it, and it should read from the CD drive first. If not, you'll have to go into the BIOS and change the boot priority. This enables the CD drive to be read first. BIOSes are different, so I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly what your BIOS says or how to navigate the menus to get to that part, but once you find the way to change the boot settings, change it so that it reads the CD drive first. That is, if you're having a problem actually reading the CD first. Many computers it's set this way by default. So now when you do that, you will be greeted with this screen. I'm going to be running a VirtualBox machine of Ubuntu, the CD. And this is the first screen you're going to see here. You're going to select your language of choice, so I'm going to choose regular unleaded English, and you'll be given the following options. Try Ubuntu without any change to your computer. Well, that's known as the live CD. That's a way for you to play around with Ubuntu and see if you like it. The next is install Ubuntu. The next is to check the disk for defects, test memory, and boot from the first hard disks. If you do that, you'd be bypassing this whole thing. Test memory to make sure that your RAM is okay. If you suspect there's something wrong with your RAM, you can always run this. If you think there might be something wrong with your disk, there shouldn't be any problems with your disk, but this is the option you'd use. Well, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to assume that you've already played around with Ubuntu and you like it, and you're going to commit this operating system to the actual hard drive. So we're just going to do install Ubuntu. And this virtual machine is just like your machine pretty much. It's just emulating the actual installation process. So everything that you see here in this corner box right here is what you'll be seeing in your own computer. It all depends on how old your computer is, which would determine how long this is going to take for you. Newer computers, of course, will be doing this faster. Older computers may take a little longer. This is just some information that it's processing. Okay, now this is the actual install screen. Let's just move this over a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to choose English. You would choose a language of your choice, so whatever you choose. You're going to choose what time zone you happen to live in. Let's get you got the whole world here. So I live in New York. It's already set for New York anyway. So we're going to go ahead and continue. Now the next step is going to be the keyboard selection. 99% of you are going to be using this option. If not, choose the one on this list here and proceed forward. Now the next part is the partitioner. This is where you actually distribute and designate where and how Ubuntu is going to be installed. We're just going to do a straight up installation of Ubuntu. We're not going to be worrying about dual booting or partitioning or anything. So we're just going to use erase and use the entire disk. I'm going to go forward. Now you're going to type in your name. I'm just going to use the name Ubuntu. And you're going to choose a password. You're going to do it twice. It's the name of the computer. That's the default name. You have 3 choices: log on automatically, log on with a password, require a password to log in, and require a password to log in and decrypt my home folder. This first option I would never recommend. The second option, though, to log on with a password, in Linux distributions, Ubuntu is no exception, you need to use your password in order to change certain settings, install programs. It's important that you use the password so that you don't accidentally install things or change settings without your actual knowledge of doing so. So I would actually use this option. This one here is to decrypt your home folder. If you select this option, it will encrypt your home folder, which is basically the Windows equivalent to the My Documents folder in XP. This is good, especially if you have other people that might have access to the computer. That way, they won't be able to see or read any of the things in your home folder, thus keeping them private. For this demonstration, now I'm just going to do this middle option, although the choice is pretty much yours on these 2 selections. So I'm just going to go forward. Oh, somehow I messed this up here. Let's just do it again. It's going to tell me that my password is weak. Don't worry about that. I'm just going to go ahead and go forward. Then we're going to select install. And now this is the actual installation process. This is the process in which the system is going to be installed onto the hard drive. We're basically going to stop the video there because it's just going to go through this. It should take anywhere from 10 to 15, 20 minutes depending on your computer. It's going to ask you to reboot, and it's going to bring you to the actual hard drive. Make sure you remove the disk when you reboot, though. Alright, thank you for watching, and be sure to tune into my next video.